Flux. Automate.
Okay, thanks for taking the time to check us out. We're going to give a demonstration of what you could do in your space, including automation and all types of design and technology that you can incorporate into a space that you can be shared with all your family and friends and do multiple things in one area. So over here we have our display case, special display case in this instance because it's enabling us to display everything through glass on all sides, but also we've added additional lighting. Now this type of lighting is interactive, meaning we can connect it to our media that we have in the room to get it to do different bits and pieces. So if you're at home and you have things that you want to display, you want to keep them nice and clean, but you don't want to just leave them stored in boxes, put them on display, show other people what you're interested in and invoke some kind of conversation. In addition to that, what I did in this example, I've put a book on top, which enables people to come, have a read, then be able to be in a position to ask questions in and around the things that I'm interested in. A couple of things that we can do over here. First of all, I have Tony Stark's. Tony Stark's is real hot. Okay, we can get that pulsating. That's also connected to the room and I'm able to actually turn it off without even tapping on it as I just did. But also we can change the colors for the case. So in this example, turn tech unit purple. Okay, so then we got a purple, more of a lilac color, but still. We can also change it to other colors. Turn tech unit green. Okay, so depending on your vibe and how you're feeling, you can change that multiple colors, but just by calling out to our personal assistant. So having this automation within the room enables to manage our lights. Turn off Tony Stark's. Turn off light 1. So as you can see, the display unit is just displayed. All the other lights are off and all focus is on the shoes. So here we are at our multifunctional gaming working station. Over here we have very nice gaming chair, but also classed as an office chair at the same time. Okay, nice and big, nice and comfortable, get you through the day and also through the night with your gaming. We have a large monitor on a monitor arm, enable us to move the screen of the monitor however we please. We can move it back, we can move it down and up depending on how we're feeling and where we're sitting. Very useful for when you're working, you might have it in a certain position, but when you're gaming, you might have it much closer to you and feeling more immersive in the environment. Also have a touchscreen monitor on the laptop, which is folded over at the bottom. Of our gaming keyboard and gaming mouse. As you'll see, the cabling is nice and clean on the desktop, so everything's out of the way, so you can come and put your books, papers, whatever devices that you need to put and work with. This desk is also equipped with raising and lowering heights. Also programming certain heights that you use on a daily basis and click that button and just take you straight to that height and you can continue from where you're working. If you're standing, click another button and have it raised all the way up. Also, the back of this monitor, what we've done, we've added some additional lighting for mood, lighting depending on what you're doing for that day. You can have it really white if you're doing work, and then when you're gaming, you can have some luminous lights relating to your game that you're playing. All this also is connected to our automation within the room, so you can have it whatever color that you want. Also on this desk, we have our podcast mic. The mic allows you to do any type of recording that you like. Connect that directly to one of our devices at the back, which then connects to your machine and gives you the power and the volume settings that you need for whatever you're delivering. So on the desk, we also have a wireless charger for your mobile device. A few plants darted in and around the room just to give us a bit more comfort and bring us back to nature just a little bit. So for the true gamers out there who like to drive simulation, we have a steering wheel here. It's a whole driving setup. So we have the steering wheel, we have the gear stick, underneath we have the pedals for brake, accelerator, and also clutch for the real drivers, that is. And simple as, when you go back to work or do something else on your machine, just release it, put it back, and then you're good to go again. So in addition to the gaming over here, the steering wheel, we also have the Xbox over here. We have two controllers, and the controllers are sitting on two charging pads. So at all times, we can always be ready to go, ready to get into action. Once we've finished for the day, put it back on the charger, and then the charging up. So you're never going to run out of juice or power. Moving down on the stack here, we have our amplifier. It's connected to the speakers that you'll see on this desk. Enables us to bring in all the audio from any other area in the room to pump out through these speakers. Okay, so not just what's on this workstation here, but we have other elements in the room that can also take advantage of this, and we've cabled everything to route everything back to this so we can control the volume. Gaming, as I said, we can play from here, but we also have the ability to push the output from the Xbox to the screen, and also we can project it onto the wall. The benefits of that, when you're one-to-one gaming and it's just you, it's great to have the screen right in front of you, but when you have multiple people in the room, gathering around one screen is not always the best. Sometimes you want to get more immersed into the environment, so you want a really, really big screen. So let's see a demonstration of some automation that we can do within this room. So first of all, what I'm going to do, I'm going to call out to my device and ask it to switch on a particular device within here. And what it's going to do is going to automate the different lighting and turn on other units that we have here to enable us to get into it. Turn on Xbox. So now we can see the room has turned all green. The Xbox is on. The projector is on. Our screen is turned on, displaying the Xbox, and on the far side, the projector is now loading up to display the game. All this is done through our automation unit, but also we have other devices that enable us to switch on and off devices within the room connected to our main unit. In addition to what we have on the screen here, I have a control which will allow me to display different devices on the screen. So right now we have the Xbox. If you want to switch it out and you want to be working while the other person's playing Xbox on the bigger screen, we can use just this device here and just switch over. Okay, and then we have duplication of what's on the bottom screen and the top screen, but the Xbox is still being displayed on our projector. So now we're going to display this up on the projector screen as well. So flick of a button, now we have the PC, the laptop displaying on the projector screen. We have it displaying on the monitor, but also coming from the laptop itself. This is just some automation that we can do within this room. So also part of the automation, rather than using our voice, we can also use a device that we've already pre-programmed with whatever you want it to do. We could call out to the device to do that, or we could simply just press the button and then everything will turn off for us. Okay, with that Xbox is turning off, it's taken off the screen, projector is now turned off. Okay, our screen jumps back to our PC or laptop. As I said, the projector's off, our amplifier is now turned off as well, and the gaming has ended. In this particular example, because I know it's nighttime, I've asked it to turn off for nighttime, which keeps our blinds closed. We also have the ability to tie in with that to open the blinds when we finish gaming or anything that we create as a routine within the room. So now we're over here in the music practice area, and you'll see we have a electric drum kit set up. Now we could just have it just normally on the floor, but with these type of kits, any banging or kicking of the kick drum will go through floors, walls, and will interrupt neighbors and other people within the house. So what we decided to do is create this space with soundproofing on the walls, reducing the sound that is going and traveling through the walls. And also we have created a bass which also absorbs any of the vibrations from the kick drum or from the hitting of the drums going through the floor and disturbing other people within the building. All this is connected to our amplifier. Okay, so as we said before, all the devices in here are all connected to the amplifier. So in this example, you also have a guitar in the background, and you might want to put that on display or any other musical instruments that you have, and just have it all in one station so you can pick it up, play it, put it back, and it's all neat in one space. So an example of bringing this to life now is, first of all, have to manually turn this on, and we're just turning on this drum machine which picks up the signals from the drums when they're being played. And now we want to get it live so we can play in the music. So right now, hitting anything doesn't make any sounds, okay, until I ask my device to turn on the amplifier that's connected to this. But also we want to turn on the lights so we can see what we're doing. Turn on drums. So as you can see now, the lights turn on purple, the LEDs are purple, the amplifier is on now. And if we now we're ready to play. Simple and as easy as that. You can get in, do what you gotta do, turn it off when you're ready, and move on to any other areas in the room. So the soundproofing that is created in this room has been designed and put together by myself. So reducing the sound going through the walls, but notably the bass is something that we created from scratch. It was all designed and put together and works really well. And this is something I can do for any clients out there. In addition to the interactiveness of this room, we've also added some smart blinds. Now these blinds can be manually operated, but also we've connected it to our automation device so we can raise them and lower them at different times of day. We can set them on timers. But in this example, I'm going to show you how we can use our voice to open these blinds. Open blinds. And as you can see, the blinds are opening by themselves. You can set it for them to open at to close at sunset, or open at sunrise. Blinds 75%. So if it's really hot outside and you don't want the blinds fully open, you can just close them to 75%, just as this happens here. Or I can say blinds 25%, blinds 50%, and close blinds. And as easy as that. Now, you don't have to be in the room to open and close blinds or turn lights on and off. You can close and turn things on and off using the app from different parts of the house, or even when you're away from home. So giving the effect that someone's in the house. So also in the space, we have another desk space, workspace, interactive space. And on here we can do our daily duties, chores, work. We can also use this space for doing any modeling or any development of any work that you're doing. And we also can pull it out and make it more of a creative space. So here's an example. So this is how you change your multifunctional space into a podcast set. Within 20 minutes, I went from just normal office desk to now doing live podcasts and delivering any kind of content over the internet. And now, time for the teardown. Put everything back to where it was and then move this back into a normal office space. So simple as that, in 20 minutes we could turn this into a whole new space, or we could use it straight as an office space. We also have fans and lights on the side. We can turn the fans on by automation. So turn on fan. And as you'll see, probably here, the fan is now turned on. Turn off fan. Now the fan is off. We also have a desk, which is a standing and sitting desk, which we can tap on the side here. So this app on the phone is connected to the desk, and we can raise it or lower it. We can set certain times for reminders for us to stand up and making sure we're getting enough standing time throughout the day, and it's also recorded to the device connected through the desk. So another area in our interactive creative space is the DJ stand. Turn on Pioneer. So here we're at our DJ stand. Also music production booth in a sense. And here we can interact and do some DJing, create some music production, all in one area without having to move around the room. A lot of this is automated as well, especially for the outputs, as I said before, connected to our main amplifier within the room. And you may be wondering, what's this device sitting over here? So this is our Alexa device, and this is what powers a lot of the automation within the rooms in terms of turning the lights on, turning the power on, managing the blinds, changing colors, all done through this device, and also can connect to your handset as well, where you could have other applications that are linked to the other devices in the room. We also have an ability to switch things on and off with that are usually using infrared remote controls. We can program them to be voice automated through here and then turn on those devices or turn them off as and when is needed. So over here we have the charging station, and this is a key area for any household really. You've all got devices that you want to charge. You may have cables and plugs all over the place, and sometimes they're hard to find. Well, what we've done here is put a device together that enables us to plug in multiple devices, such as your smartwatch. You can plug that in here. You also have the charging mat. Okay, so wireless charging going on over here. You can plug in all your other devices, such as your headphones, also your batteries. Really simple and easy. Whenever you need to charge anything, plug it in and it's charging away. Other devices on here, we have this 3D headset. Okay, once you've finished using it, rather than leaving it aside and letting the batteries die out, why not put it in a space that's ideal where everyone within the household can come and access it, plug it in, keep it charging. Also on here, I've added additional lighting to the space to give it a warmer feeling. As you can see right now, the colors are changing throughout, and all the other devices that I use when creating any productions, I house here. Keeping it all in one space rather than having drawers and bags full of bits and pieces and knickknacks. Just pull them all out on display easily. Come and pick up what you want, what you need, use it, put it back. Anybody else that wants to use it can come and access it at any time. Well, I hope you enjoyed the demo of this interactive smart space full of automation and tech. Let's work together.
Flux. Automate.